time, Ernesto? No, I'm just messing. I'm messing. So, hey, you guys, I wanted to share something with you that I thought was really cool. Ernesto, I don't know, is it a trophy? Tell us a little bit about. So as you guys know, last month he did the taco a day. So he went to all these different places throughout the Concord area and tried a different taco a day, documented his journey, tagged the companies that he was, or to the tagged the restaurants, and he won. So let's talk about this, bro. What is this?
So the city of Concord does a taco trail, and they put out a challenge for people to visit. I think it was like 25 to 30 taquerias over the course of 30 days. And my intention from the beginning was just to connect with local businesses, local business owners, support a bunch of small businesses, learn more about what's here in the city of Concord. And I ended up winning the competition in this trophy. So there is, there's a write-up that came up in the local paper. I think we're going to do a follow-up get together potentially with the mayor. So it's been a really, really great way to connect with a lot of new people. I think I added like 45, 50 new followers, people that I don't know from the local community, just tagging businesses, tagging people. So it was a lot of fun. And for me, just again, supporting small businesses and then just getting some, notoriety in return was really fun.
So I absolutely love this because this is going to help him build his business, build awareness of who he is. And you know what he did? He didn't talk about real estate at any of these tacos, on any of these tacos that he was trying. He was just really going out there and doing something that he enjoyed. And it was tough doing it every single day. But bro, what great notoriety you're going to get. And I mean, let that be a pure example of by doing something very, very organic, something in your community, staying consistent. And look, he's going to be able to talk with the mayor and grow. And he's already added 45 followers. It's a big deal for you, bro. So congratulations. Love watching that. And you don't even look like you put on any weight. So good job, bro. Good job. All right, guys, let's do this. I was listening to something this morning and I wanted to share these thoughts and this insight with you. And it was about driving a race car. And it was a video that I was listening to on the way to work this morning. One of the first things that they taught him when he went to go race Formula One cars was that we all know how to drive a car. Let's be real in this environment. You guys all know how to drive a car. And if your car is selling real estate, you guys all know how to have conversations. You guys know pretty much the game plan on how to go about it. But the one thing that they taught him in Formula One racing school was to know how to recover. And I was thinking about this, and I always try to make the correlation with you guys and how this all makes sense and how it comes together. And I wrote here when I was driving, when you hit the skids in the road, you have to be masterful at your masterful at your recovery, right? We're all gonna, get in the car. We all know how to drive, but when shit hits the fan and you start to get a little squirrely, right? Are you able to recover well to where you're able to get yourself back onto track? I think that's what's tough about this business is that sometimes we just don't know how to recover, right? We get hit in the chin. We have a couple bad months. We tapped into our savings. We didn't know how to recover, and like it hurts, right? So you guys have to know, no matter what happens, the no's, the rejections, whatever's going on in this business, you guys have to know how to really, really recover well. And so what they do is they purposely put them in what's called a skid car. A skid car is computer operated, and at any given time, they lift one of the wheels. And so at that time, so say you're going, and it's not at full speed, not 140, 150 miles an hour. So you're at 60, 70 miles an hour, they might lift that front tire and then make you start to spin. So in the video, it said, look where you want to go and don't focus on what you're afraid of. And I think we do that a lot in life, is that it's easy for us to really focus on what we're afraid of. But you guys have heard the old adage, where focus goes, energy flows. If you constantly think about all the shit that you're scared of, what's going to happen? All those things are going to start to surface in your life. And so this really stood out to me. Look where you want to go, not what you are afraid of, right? Because if you're thinking wall, that's what you're going to do, is you're going to end up hitting the wall. So I want you guys to be really, really masterful at the way that you recover, because I'll tell you what, you guys, I've been through tons of shit in my life, tons. And I'm going to tell you a story in a second. I'm going to come to Ernesto. And it's a story of recovery. So in a couple days on December 1st to December 4th. I'll be heading to Big Bear. And this trip for me is a full circle trip. So I'm going back. I haven't been to Big Bear since 1998. And let me tell you a story. It's 1995. I'm living in San Diego. I'm already doing meth. I'm 15 years old, living in hotels and motels with my mom on the streets. And my mom met a pilot that used to fly for the Mexican mafia. This is real shit, you guys. So we're on the streets. My buddy Billy Bergman was staying with us, and this dude comes into our hotel rooms, a Motel 6, seedy ass place, smell like Marlboro cigarettes, like freaking the air conditioners on like 69, like just like a horrible existence as a kid. So this guy comes in, he says, "Are you guys ready to change your life?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You willing to do what I want you to do?" And I was a hard-nosed kid, long hair, like to fight. I didn't give a shit. I've been on my own since I was a kid. So I was like, "Sure, let's do this." He's like, "Well, if you listen to me, this is what you have to look forward to." He zips this bag. I'm talking like this giant duffel bag, like empties it, and it's nothing but stacks of 100. He's like, "You guys ready to change your life?" We're like, "Hell yeah, let's go." The next day, we packed up just the couple bags that we had, and we went to Big Bear, California. So Big Bear is like 2 hours north of San Diego. We got this giant house. I'm talking giant house on this meadow with snow, like didn't know anything about it. We had never lived this type of life. Well, anyways, things happened. My mom went back in her addiction about a year later. And my mom's like, "Well, we're going back to San Diego." I'm like, "No, I'm not going." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm staying here." So I stayed in this giant house. At that time, I was 16 years old, stayed in this giant ass house, jacked the electricity from the neighbors. I ran a generator and ran electricity to the house and stayed in this house for a year, and then ended up losing that house, and then living up there in Big Bear, hustling, doing whatever I could do to stay on the street, staying in my friend's heroin house, like all this crazy shit. I'll spare you the details, but like literally on the streets as a kid, trying to find my way, living in Big Bear. Now to come back full circle, talk about recovery, full circle, more than 20 years later, spoiling my mom with a 4,500 square foot house. I hired a chef to come in and cook like steak and lobster and like come out and like do this whole thing. My mom has no idea that she's coming up there, and like for me to like do this for my mom. So when I say like this week, I'm grateful. There's a lot behind this week for me, guys. There's a huge story behind it. And I am not even going into all the depth of this, but it really made me think when I thought about this story this morning. I'm like, we have to be really, really masterful at the way that we recover in this business. You guys, shit's going to get hard. Shit's going to get really, really hard, but you have to be able to be thick-skinned in this business and know that something is right around the corner, and you have to focus on where you're going, not, "Oh man, I'm up against the wall. I don't have any money. What's going to happen?" Right? You got to focus on where you're heading. And so just want to share that thought and that story with you this morning, because this week, it means a lot, and it's going to mean even more to my mom. I promise you, I'm going to document this whole thing. My mom's going to cry and I can't believe this, like everything. Like last year I did something special for her. This year is going to be even more special because your mom only turned 60 once, right? I'm going to be 42 on November 30th, and to be able to do this for my mom, I'm just super, super stoked. So I wanted to share that thought with you. So Ernesto, you had your hand up, brother. Let's turn it over to you.
Those are big shoes to fill, but what I wanted to share is kind of along the same lines. One of the best books I've read all year is called The Gap and the Gain by a guy named Benjamin Hardy. And I was on a Zoom call with him last week. And I think part of the message kind of overlaps. So the whole point of the book is that so many of us spend so much of our time in our life living in the gap. Like we regret our past, we find that we're at a certain age and we haven't accomplished certain things, blah, blah, blah. Like that's the gap. There's always like a difference between where I am and where I want to be. And instead, the whole message of the book is about focusing on what he calls the gain. So I think about people on this team, and you've shared their stories before, Demian on here, who's crushing it this year. He's been in the business for a long time. And, last 6 months in particular, crushing it. Kevin Magna, right? His story is super powerful. Will K's story is incredible, right? So the point again is if you spend more time focusing on like the progress that you have made, and I think this week is a really, really good time for us to do that. That's really, really encouraging. And it's different from, hey, just be grateful because somebody else has less than you. It's like, okay, well, somebody else has less than me, I should stop complaining. Like, no, if you focus on the gain and really specifically look for like the improvements that have happened in your life and your habits and in your business, it's super just encouraging and motivating. So kind of in line with what you shared. So if anybody wants to pick up the book, The Gap in the Gain, Benjamin Hardy.
The Gap in the Gain.
Yep. Yeah. He also wrote another one that's getting really, really good press. Who, Not How. So good stuff.
Man, I love that. Sometimes it's easy for us to really get down on ourselves with where we are or where we are not in life. But we need to step back and look at like, whose life have I changed? Like, look at my relationship, look at my kids, look at my house, like, look at all the things that you have actually accomplished. And you should be able to look at your life and be like, damn, I'm a fucking amazing father. I might not have the bank account that's filled with the amount of money that I want, but damn it, nothing can, like, that's priceless, right? That amount of love that my son gives me and shows me, he's just so stoked for me to walk in the door. Shit, I'm the richest man on earth right now. I'm the richest man on earth. You could have all the money in the world and be a miserable fuck. You could have pennies in your bank account and be the richest man on earth. So remember that. Be able to look at your life and be like, you know what? I might not have all the things that I really want in life, but do I have everything that I need right now? Do I have everything that I need? Do I got my health? Do I got my family? Do I got my loved ones? Do I got my friends? Do I got food in the refrigerator? I'm straight. I'm stability driven, you guys. As long as I have my stability and my son is happy, my family is happy, I'm cool. Everything else, those things are luxury. Everything else is just a luxury. So I wanted to kick it off. I want to start with that. That's what's on my mind. I didn't even know that that's really where the conversation was going to go. But this week means a lot to me, you guys. And I cannot wait for you guys to see the look on my mom's face. And so want to turn it over to you guys if you guys want to share any of your stories, any of your thoughts. But if not, I wanted to go around the room. And I wanted to ask you guys, what is something that you accomplished last week that you were super, super stoked about that you want to share in this environment, or something that you will accomplish this week that you are committed to accomplishing? So let's just pop it off. You guys continue it on. Let's go to Damian and have you start it off for us, brother.
Good morning. Good morning again. Sorry I was absent last week. Things have been crazy trying to keep these things in escrow. Not that anything disastrous happened, but I'm just neurotic. So I disappeared. But anyway, last week I accomplished something that Elias knows is big, and anybody that's been on these calls for a little while. I scheduled 2 videos with Envision. Did one of them last Friday, and I have another one today at 1:00 for both of my just solds that are closing this week. So I'm really excited about it. It felt good. It felt natural. But again, I'm even telling the camera crew, I'm just so weird about turning the camera around on myself. So it's helpful when somebody is pointing it at me. I lose my inhibitions when somebody else is filming me. So it went really well. And I look forward to today. And that's actually helping me to drive some of my motivation to do more business. Obviously, the check and all that is cool. But now I'm like, okay, I want to shoot more videos for the next homes that I close. Like, this really feels like I'm more and more stepping into the profession. Whereas, and I've said this before too, whereas before it was just maintaining. It's like, I close a deal, then I'm unemployed again, and I'm searching for the next 3-4 months, 5-6 months for the next deal. And it was hard to visualize how to keep it going and what came after. Now I'm in a place where I'm not so much worried about the business, and I can focus on growing my business. And it just feels really good to be in that place now. So,
wow. Let's give Damian a round of applause. Huge growth, right? This is a milestone in his career. And I've always told him, I'm like, bro, stylistically, you got something that's really, really special. I mean, you're a handsome devil, bro. Let's get you on camera as much as we possibly can, brother. So good stuff. Let's go over to Arlene. Arlene, you had your hand up.
Oh, good morning, fantabulous team. So I am really excited. As soon as I get off this call, I am walking the neighborhood, introducing myself. My goal is to make 10 conversations for the day, but I'm bringing value because I'm hosting a warm coat drive. And it's going to be at my house. I'm going to have hot cocoa, cookies. I'm going to have music, and people can just drop off their coat. So I have a talking point. And my girlfriend, who's not even in real estate, has volunteered to walk with me. So I'm excited.
Yes, I love this. I love it. I love it. And you know what? Here's the thing, you guys, like you always hear this, energy doesn't lie. She's just out here. She's excited about doing things to bring, like, here's how you see what she said. I'm not going to go out and try to get the business. I want to do something of value that's going to get them to attract or be attracted to me. So Arlene, I love the excitement. I love the passion and enthusiasm. Super, super stoked to hear about your results. Michael Swanson, let's head over to you, brother.
Yeah, so Friday I got my second offer accepted. What made this so exciting was it was for my mom. My mom was in the market last year. She kind of, stopped searching, and when she found out I was getting my license, she halted everything and waited for me, to get on board. So she was, my first official client, and so to be able to get an offer accepted for her and get her in escrow and see how excited she is about it was, really heartwarming for me. So,
Bro, dude, like I am like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like super, super filled with emotion right now. Like, dude, that is fucking cool, bro. Good for you. Where's the home at?
It's in Fairfield.
Dude, I love it. Absolutely love it, bro. Congratulations to mom. Absolutely love it. All right, guys, let's continue this on. I think we got some really, really good momentum. So let's continue this on. Who else wants to talk about something that they accomplished last week that they're super stoked about, or something they will accomplish this week that they're committed to? Go ahead, Sylvia.
Okay, so on Thursday, I gave my official notice, my official 2-week notice. And so I thought I had another 2 weeks that I was going to, call in sick and stuff. And so when I went to call in sick over the weekend, my coworker told me, "Oh, they already got you down as retired and you don't need to call no more." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then so that was the door closing. You hear about a one door closing and another door opening, right? So I'm still, kind of scared shitless. But so then this morning I got up early because I wanted to make sure that my daughter was up because she's off this week. And I want to make sure she was up so that she could be on this meeting. And then I get a phone. Oh, and I cleared out my voicemail because my phone was saying that my inbox was full. So I had cleared that out yesterday. So this morning I get a phone call, and it was a number and a name I didn't recognize, and I was getting, stuff ready. So I didn't answer, but then I saw it gave me a voicemail. I called back the voicemail to see who it is, and it's the relocation lady from EXP. She had a client for me. And so she says, "I can hold it until 9 o'clock your time." So I called her back, and she had said it was in San Bruno. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't have lockbox key for San Bruno for the peninsula. And my car is still broke because it's just going to be way expensive to get it fixed. But I have my team. So I went to the spreadsheet to look to see who I could possibly partner with. And then I said, well, let me get the details and then I'll come back to that. So then the lady tells me how much the people they're approved, but what they're approved for is not going to get them in San Bruno. It's going to get them in the East Bay, where I do have lockbox key. So I'm just really stoked about the fact that how everything is just kind of falling into place. I give my notice, I clear out my inbox, I get this call first thing in the morning, I call them back, and I'm just happy. They're not going to be here. They're from Hawaii, and they're looking to be in a place by March. So I have time to educate them, and they understand that they might not have enough money to get on the peninsula. So I have enough time to look for something, get them educated, become friends with them. And, I have something set up for down the line. So I'm really happy.
Well, congratulations and congratulations on officially being retired and being full-time in real estate. So congratulations. Who else, you guys? Who else has something that they're super stoked about that they accomplished last week, or something that they want to share that they're going to accomplish this week? Go ahead, Bianca.
Hey guys. So last week, Julie reached out and needed somebody like that spoke Spanish, and I went and I met with these people in Oakland, and they were some Hispanic people, and they were just talking to me, and you know, I don't know why, but I started tripping at first. I was like, dude, like I started getting like heckin' nervous and stressed out. Turn my video. I started getting heckin' nervous and stressed out, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I can't say certain words in Spanish? I don't know how to say like CMA. I don't know how to say, I was all Googling how to say certain words, right? And it wasn't that like I didn't know how to help them. It was just for some reason I was like, I don't feel qualified enough. Like I feel like my Spanish isn't good enough. So I went over there to go open the door for them, and they were talking to me, and they were just like, I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that they sent a Spanish speaking agent and that you're here to help. And they were just like saying, thank you, right? And it was so humbling being there and talking to them and helping them, to where just like, it was that feeling of helping them, you know, like not doing this for any other reason, but that feeling that you get when you help somebody, you know, and they're just like getting, you know, one step closer to achieving a dream that they probably felt like they couldn't. And then I had my brother's friend from his work too. He was a Spanish speaking guy who reached out to me too. And he was like, I have an ITIN, can you help me? And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I gotta get in contact with an ITIN lender and help both of them out.
Beautiful. I love this. And Bianca, I'll tell you straight, and coming from a guy that learned, you know, just to have conversations, you don't always have to have the perfect collection of words if you just connect, right?
Yeah.
If you connect and you build rapport, everything else is just secondary, right? It's like, tell me who you are, tell me about your kids, tell me about the family, why. Cool. The mechanical pieces, yeah, you can fill in the details later, but as long as you connect, that's all that really matters. And the fact that you connected, it shows, because they were just so grateful that you were there to help them answer questions. And you're probably left there like, damn, why was I even so hard on myself, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
None of that shit came up, right?
No, not at all.
Well, I love it. Ernesto, you had your hand up. Congratulations, Bianca. I love this. Go ahead, brother.
Bianca, I have a couple of ITIN lending resources, so we can catch those.
You cut out, bro.
That was for Bianca. I said I have a couple of ITIN lender resources, so we can catch up offline about those.
Thank you.
Cool. Love it. All right, guys, let's continue this on. Let's not be shy. Raise your hand, grab the mic. Let's hear what's something that you're super, super proud of that you accomplished last week, and or something that you're stoked about that you're going to accomplish this week that you're committed to.
Yeah, I got Juan Elias. So something I was super stoked about last week, of course, was going to the Friendsgiving and meeting a lot of new faces. I'm happy to be a part of the team. I actually took a few months off of real estate. I just bought my first home with my fiance, and I've had a lot going on. So I'm super excited to join the team and all gas, no brakes going forward on my real estate business. So you know, I'm really happy to be part of the team, and I'll be reaching out to a few of you and, you know, picking your brains.
Beautiful. Listen, I love it, my man. And Melody threw the dopest event on what was it, Friday? Was it Friday? Yeah, on Friday. It was so sick. Like the spread, the setup, the music. It was like one of the best Friendsgiving I've ever been to. So good stuff. LK, let's go over to you. You know, someone came up to PK. What do they call you?
KP.
KP.
I know that was quite a interesting night. The question is, what did I accomplish last week? And I think last week was a very busy week with buyers, which was really, really refreshing. I've spent too much time with sellers the past 3 months that I'm kind of just like, not really talking to clients as much, because, you know, when you're working with sellers, you're basically project managing and like not really interacting with, you know, buyers or, you know, clients as much. So it was really refreshing. I connected with this girl over Zillow, and we met up same day, 2 hours later. And that evening I was writing her an offer for that same property, and we got very close, but we lost by like 20K, and it was a court ordeal and they moved really fast. But it just went to show that, again, like Zillow, when you are on top of it and like showing up and making an effort, like you can very well be in contract within days. So that was really exciting. I'm still gonna push really hard this week to get her into contract. And then another friend of mine, which I didn't even know he was in the market. I posted something on IG, a story about this stupid like house that had something really funky about it. I was just making fun of it. And the guy reached out. He's like, oh my God, this house is still on the market. I want it. Like, can we go see it? I'm like, dude, I didn't even know you're in the market. So we go, we see it. Next thing I know, we're writing offers. And I'm still waiting to hear back. I don't think we're going to get it, but it just goes to show that, you know, you're being active on social. Sometimes it's like stupid because I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, who even cares about what I'm posting? But at the same time, it does give you that exposure that you need. And like the amount of times people reach out and they're like, oh my God, like I'm in the market, or like the listing I got from social media. So anyways, it was just refreshing to remind myself that, okay, like this is why I'm doing it. Like, it's not stupid.
I love it. You guys gotta always remember, like, you're one video away from changing your life, changing your career, or changing someone else's life. And really, look at the Ocean Spray dude on a skateboard singing Fleetwood Mac, like changed his life, right? It was one video that he was just lip singing the Fleetwood Mac and changed his whole entire life. Ernesto, you had your hand up again, bro.
Sorry, I'm talking so much today. I got to follow up on PK's comment. After, you know, COVID lockdowns and so many social events not happening, I've been getting back into socializing with people that I used to socialize with. And I used to go to a lot of like tequila meetups and tastings and conferences and blah, 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 blah. And to see people face to face that I haven't seen in like years, and they're just seeing like my Instagram stories and stuff. And they'll make comments like, oh my God, you're doing, you know, real estate, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just crazy to think like these people don't like your videos. They don't comment, they don't anything, but they know, like they're watching, they know. So to PK's point, I've just been blown away. Like, oh my God, the number of people that know that I'm in real estate, and that's what they associate with me now. Even though I don't hear from them often, it's just, again, a reminder about, to PK's point, like, is this even working? Is it even worth it? So want to share that with everybody.
Yes.
And another thing, Elias and Ernesto, to your point, I was talking to this other agent that started real estate 3 years ago and was a friend. And I always kind of looked up to him because he started before I did. And to see how much like he has stayed in the same kind of like range of motion and like how I've just took off. And we were talking about it. He was like, you know what? It's so fucked up. I went to a party and this guy had the guts to walk up to me and be like, are you still doing real estate? And I'm like, yeah, fuck you, I am. And he was like, I was so mad. And I was like, how are they supposed to know? You don't post, you don't talk about it. How are they supposed to know?
Yeah, because you sold real estate before. Like, that's when we talk about Omni, you guys, right? If people aren't seeing you, they don't see your videos. They're like, is this person even doing real estate? So I love that. I had a team that we've merged with last week, you guys, up in Sacramento. They're a 35-person team, over $60 million in production, and they're going to be our Sacramento Fast, so which I'm super, super excited about. Well, I go into this meeting and Kenny's like, you know, kind of just do your thing, lead the meeting, have a conversation. I'm like, cool, let me do my thing. Well, he's like, we've been watching your team over the last year, and it's been so, so exciting, right? And it's just like, all I'm doing is sharing what you guys are doing, talking about our journey, trying to have some fun on social. And if we wouldn't have done that, they would have never thought about joining forces. They've been able to see our company grow from 10 to now 200 plus, all because of social, right? There's no other way that we would have been able to attract so many of the people that we have on this call and so many people at this company without just documenting and documenting and documenting. So I love that, PK. Andrea, let's hear from you. You're brand new to the scene. I want to hear from you. What's one thing that you're super stoked about that you accomplished last week, or something that you're committed to accomplish in this week?
Let's see. I've had a client from kind of when I first started, when I got my license, well, 2 months after. And so we've been working together 4 or 5 months. And as of last week, it was my 6th deal and a transaction, and we closed last week and handing him the keys this week. So I'm really excited about that.
6th deal this year?
Yes, 6 and 8 months. Yeah, my 3rd quarter. So yeah.
Nice. 6 deals in 8 months. Good for you.
Yeah.
If you look back at that last, quarter, or excuse me, 8 months, like how did you do that? Like, what do you think were some non-negotiables or things that have really worked for you?
Let's see. Just being persistent on social media, staying on top of my, just being involved in my community. I'm also was a teacher before all this, before I got my license, so very active in my community, and so just being on top of, being top of mind of folks.
God, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, little Swanson? What's up, little Swanson? What's up, big dog? What's your name?
Dre.
Dre, tell me one thing that you're thankful for in your life.
My dad.
Ah, shucks. How old are you, buddy? Are you 10?
7.
7, man. You're a handsome dude. Well, hey, you have a wonderful day. And if I don't talk to you, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you.
Andrea, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate that. So who else wants to grab the mic? Tell me something that you accomplished last week that you're super stoked about, or something that you will talk about or will accomplish. And Linnell, I hear you. My voice is gone, but I get it. Anybody else want to grab the mic? Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Participation is
Hey, I'll
needed.
go.
Go.
Something that kind of stuck in my head. I heard Jen, actually, she said something once on IG. She did a little video real quick, and she said, if you could get up every morning for your work, for your normal day corporate job that you've been working, why not do the same thing for your real estate business? So that's what I've been working on. So even on my days off, I'm getting my goes off at 6 o'clock, and I'm up and I'm trying to get ready and organize, get work on my business and get in the office and just doing it. Even on your
I love that. That's really, really good advice. You guys, I heard something this morning that it said, refresh your morning routine. Now, we hear a lot of this stuff, and it's like, hey, you might not be the person, because you might have 4 kids running around the house and it's crazy time in the morning. It's like pandemonium in the house. You might not be able the person that can meditate in the morning. I certainly cannot, unless I wake up really, really early. You might not be the person that runs 4 miles in the morning and drinks your bullet coffee and does all this before 8 o'clock in the morning and fucking paints a masterpiece. You might not be that person. So find a morning routine that truly, truly fits for you. If that morning routine is maybe 10 minutes, cool, right? That's your morning routine. Like, my morning routine is everything. And there was a time where I didn't have it. I look back, I'm like, damn, I'm way more productive because I have one. So I think this time of year, as you're looking at everything and moving forward into 2020, like doing a morning routine refresh, and be like, okay, what can I be doing? What are the things that would definitely, invigorate me in the morning, bring me some joy in the morning, get me aligned in the morning, spiritually, mentally? What are the things that I could be doing? Because whatever your morning routine is, make it fit your lifestyle, right? Some of us can't go jogging in the morning, which I would love to go jogging in the morning. I just don't have the time to. So find something, find a space, find an environment where you can just have 10 minutes to think, 10 minutes to thrive, 30 minutes to thrive, whatever that is. So like having that morning refresh. And so, Raquel, glad you brought this up. Who else wants to go and spit some fire before we kind of wrap up today's session? And we'll go into some of our CSU stats for the week. Anybody else? Go ahead, Cynthia. There she
I'm
is.
gonna take myself off. Taking myself off the camera because it gets a little wonky when I'm driving. So I love that you brought up the morning routine because I had been doing the same morning routine for years, and it just kind of got stale where I was like, all right, maybe I'll like cut it back by 10 minutes or 30 minutes. And what I've been doing now is I get up at 5:30, I do my meditation and stretching for a half hour, and then I hit the gym immediately. That way it's not like, oh, I could do it later, you know, it's just like, boom, like get up and go. And it feels so good. And it's just that little mind shift to be like, okay, I'm going to do things a little bit differently and see how this works with my body. And it feels amazing. And something I'm grateful for is all 200 agents, all of you guys that just inspire us to be our absolute best. I mean, I know that you guys inspire each other too, and you all inspire us, you inspire me, and it's just so freaking, I have the chills right now. It's so freaking cool to see like this little team that started with 13 people is now a 200 person.
We lost you, Cynthia.
Amazing, badass team. It's awesome.
And we are grateful for you and looking forward to seeing you here in the office in just a little bit. So you guys, I'm dying. I have no voice. I'm losing it. So I wanted to really quick bring you guys back to this. I don't want to be a broken record, but I am going to be a broken record. So as you can see, the people that are tracking, this number is continuing to go up. So good job to you guys, like getting in here and starting to track. This is how you're going to really, so Bianca, for example, she didn't have any stats last week. She made 52 calls last week, had 15 conversations. So as you guys see yourself and your teammates like logging and logging and logging, this is going to be an ability for you to go back and look and say, damn, look at what I'm accomplishing. Look at how much I've done. And I know that I'm really, really close to getting into contract. As long as I can stay committed to my activities and my daily actions, then I know I'm going to get myself into contract. The goals are one thing, you guys. By this time, you guys should already have a goal for 2022. That should already be clear. But what also should be more clear is that what are my daily activities, right? The actions. The goal is the lagging indicator. The actions are the leading indicator. You guys need to make sure that every single day that you guys are accomplishing one thing, one small action, one small action, one small action, because that's how you guys are going to get into contract. So I'm gonna wrap up right now because I want to save my voice because I am dying right now. But I want to go around the room and hear. I know we have a shorter session today, but what were some of your takeaways from our time together this morning? I'm going to go to Rebecca Sandoval. Are you there?
I am.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, takeaways from today's session together.
Takeaway is like how Bianca was talking about how, you know, in Spanish she doubts herself and how it can be humbling. I've experienced that also. And I was like, oh my God, I was actually helpful. And you know, sometimes you're that bridge, and even being that bridge is awesome. But also, well, my wins for last week and this week was actually, I've been posting and getting new followers, and one of my posts actually has been seen 30,000 times. So I was like, oh, hey. So I was like, woohoo. So I'm getting some momentum.
Was it the one where you slid in?
No, I'm sad it wasn't. No. I'm kind of bummed.
Which one got 30,000 followers or 30,000?
The one where I asked my husband to give me his hand. And I was like, really? So, but I'll take it. You know, I went from like 500 followers to I have like 786 now. Not just from that video, but over the past like 3 months. So I was like, woohoo, go me. So I've been growing my followers, and I'm trying to be consistent by like switching it up, doing a little real estate, doing some personal, being goofy, and you know, but yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So that's my win for the week.
So we're talking about this one right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aw,
Give your husband your hand and see what he does with it.
Yeah. And it literally every morning it's like 14 new likes, 20 new likes. And I'm like, oh shit. So we're at 450. And I was like, whoa. So
how special. How
yeah.
special. This was actually my favorite one. Watch the slide.
The girl them skill out, chick. Thunderball. Some give it up, some give it up, some give it up.
I was gonna say that. I'm dying laughing.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
So-
Brittany and Zara were real ones for going upside down for the video. Their necks for killing them.
Point is, just fucking create content. Just have some fun, create some content. So good stuff. Zyra, let's hear from you. Takeaways from today's time together.
That video. But I think my biggest takeaway is gratitude. So I actually had an idea, and I know it's crazy to say or like believe, but I woke up and I was like, I need to do a week of thankfulness this week, that it's Thanksgiving. So my goal is to make a video each day for the next 5 days, and it's hardships I'm grateful for. So it's so easy to say, I'm grateful for my kid, my parents, my husband, my home, or, you know, it's so easy to say what you're grateful for, that it's easy, but what are the hardships that you're grateful for and that have gotten you to where you are today? A lot of people, and also getting really comfortable talking about real estate, you know, and I think a lot of people think, oh, like you just, like, it's so easy for you. Because again, I mean, I don't know if any, like people know, but again, like the microblading business not working out, and it's like, oh my God, girl, you're living your life, you're doing your thing. But I don't think everyone realizes how much it's taken me to get to this mental place, you know? So I really want to dive into it this week. And I want to challenge everyone to do it too. Like, or even if it's not making a video, it's writing it down of what hardship are you grateful for? Because especially Elias, you with your story, I mean, everyone sees you so happy and so like outgoing and being able to talk to everyone and anyone, you know? So it's, people don't know your story, and to hear that, it's so refreshing because we can't just talk about the good things, you know? So I think that's my biggest takeaway.
Wow, I love it. The 5 days of the things that I'm like, the hardships that I'm most grateful for. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. But you guys, I'm gonna end it with that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for dealing with, like I said, I'm losing my voice, and which is very challenging for me, but it will come back. You're gonna get some throat coat tea. I'll have some Mucinex, so whatever's going on. But I really, really appreciate you guys. I know I'll see you on Wednesday. Friday, we'll take the day off. It's the day after Thanksgiving. We'll take that day off of group coaching, let you guys chill, marinate, have some hangover from the turkey. But really, guys, put some things into perspective this week. Enjoy your time with the family, eat some food, relax, enjoy yourself. You guys have earned it. Like, they need some time with you. And so I'm really excited. Like I said, first concert in a long time this week. I'm going with actually Nell and her husband and my family. And then I hit the road November 30th, which is my birthday. But on November 30th, I actually get the keys to my new house in River Islands, which I am very, very excited about. Super, super suburban, you know, right there at the water and all the parks. And it's just like the ideal place to raise kids. And so I am beyond grateful for this week.
He's an island boy.
Yeah, just like that, right? I can't hit that note. But yeah, I'm an island boy, and I'm really, really looking forward to this. So you guys have it. And you know what? Living spaces. I'm going to say that to living spaces, okay? They will take all of your money. They will get you with furniture that is cute, and chairs and rugs and end tables and pictures and mirrors. So to living spaces, but I'm now happy about the new house. What's up, Damian?
Word of advice, do not call your delivery driver an asshole. They will take your furniture back.
Write that down, you guys. Biggest takeaway from group coaching today is do not call your delivery driver an asshole. Peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you guys soon. Bye now.